Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a trying new makeup. I have so much makeup that I wanted to film another one of these videos. So I wanted to test out the Be Perfect Cosmetics Mitchell Sub-Zero highlighting palette. I also really wanted to do a look with this Smoke Sessions palette from Melt. Also have the Buildable Blur CC Cream from Thrive Cosmetics along with the Thrive Cosmetics Filtered Effects powder. So I really want to try that. And then I just have a couple more things. Like I have the Maybelline Snap Mascara, which is a new mascara. I'm going to put lashes on, but I wanted to try it on camera. And then also I'm thinking either the Can't Relate liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star or Natasha Denona. I have some extra products in here, but those are like the main products that I want to try out. So we're just going to do trying new makeup full face and see what we can come up with. So if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe. I do a lot of videos like this. If you have any products that you want me to use in a video like this, comment down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and let's begin playing with this new makeup. So I did already prime my skin. I used the Tarte smoothing primer. I have a small sample and I didn't used to like that primer, and now I'm finding that I like it a lot. So I'm going in now with this Thrive Cosmetics Buildable Blur. I have the CC Cream in light medium, and I've heard a lot of people rave about this, so I wanted to give it a try. So on the back it says full coverage 2 to 3 pumps, which is what we're gonna go for. It does have a pump top, squeeze top. It is very similar to the IT Cosmetics. So I'm gonna apply 3 pumps. You can see it is pretty thick. I mean, it's not really running down my hand. So I'm gonna try first with the Beauty Blender. Okay, so here's what it looks like when I finished applying it. It's definitely dewy. I don't really find it smoothing, but I don't know if I've heard that it is. I've heard some people say that it accentuated their pores, but then I hear like Kathleen Lights rave about it, but she doesn't really have a pore issue. So I'm curious to see. It said 2 to 3 pumps for full coverage. I actually ended up using about 4. So I feel like if you want like full coverage, if you have redness or just acne scarring or anything, you're gonna have to go for 4, but I don't really feel like it's heavy. I do feel like I need to set it though, and I feel like I look really shiny on the forehead, but again, I'm going to set. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite concealer, which is the Huda Beauty Overachiever, and I'm just going to apply some of this, and then we will try out the Thrive Cosmetics powder and see how it sets the under eye. Okay, so now that I have the concealer applied, I'm not gonna apply it to my lids because I'm gonna go in with the P. Louise base. But this is the powder. This is what the component looks like. And if I can show you here, it has a little protective cap, which I think is really nice. Now the powder is in like a little netting, which is similar to the Milk makeup, and that one is a nightmare to get out. But this one seems like there's more product kind of flowing out already. So I am going to just use this under my eyes and like around my T-zone to set, and I want to see if it really blurs like I've heard a lot of people say. So I'm just gonna focus it right here. Only. I definitely see a blurring. Are we seeing that? I definitely see it. Set. I think I'm gonna set just my T-zone. That's where I have the most texture. So doing the same thing on this side. So my first impression is quite impressed. I do feel like it blurs. Again, is that gonna stay? Is that gonna keep me matte? That's what I'm looking for. So it says translucent matte, so I will keep you updated. We'll see as we go along, but so far it looks pretty good. To set the rest of my face, I did want to use the Powder Room Matte About It translucent powder from Pretty Vulgar. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be used under your eye, but the reason I want to use it for the rest of my face is because it has a cute little puff, and you basically just, you know, stamp it into the skin. So I wanted to try this out. It is sealed. This feels like you get quite a bit of product. I'm gonna actually compare. You get 0.88 ounces in here, and you get 0.5. Yeah, so almost double in this one, and you can tell it's a pretty big jar. So we're gonna try this out and see what we think for the rest of the face. So I actually like this powder. I think it's nice and smooth. I will keep the puff, but I'm not sure I would use that solely. I do like to use a sponge, but I do think this is a nice powder. If you've used this under your eyes, let me know if it works for that. I was a little bit worried that it would darken it, but I wanted to try that Thrive one as well. But let me know if you use this under your eyes and if it works for both. Now to prime my lids, I want to go in with this P. Louise base. This is the limited edition Rumor number 2. The one I got before was 0.5 and it was too light. I could still use it, but this is more my skin tone. Let me see if I can show you. So I'm going to apply this to my lid. And with that, I also got the P. Louise concealer brush. It was like a holiday pack. So I'm just going to apply this. So this is more similar to my skin color or my concealer color. The 0.5 was light. It still worked, but I just wanted something a little bit more my shade. My bulldog is snoring again, so I apologize. He wants to be up here with me, and I don't have the heart to be like, excuse me, sir, you need to go downstairs. So I want to try this brush to do precise work, because I think this is the brush they use to do like cut creases. It's bigger than what I would typically grab for, but it looks like it flattens out nicely. So for eyeshadow, I want to use the new Smoke Sessions palette from Melt. I will say I'm probably going to have to go in first with a transition color just because I'm so afraid to go in. I mean, there's literally like 2 super dark shades that are matte. So I'm gonna go into my Carnival palette and I'm trying to figure out what shade I want to use. I think I'm gonna just use Basic, which is right up here. I just want to use this to start off so that I'm not like having a muddy mess. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a 230 from Smith. I found with this base, it's almost better to sort of pack the color on first. I should zoom you in, hold on. Okay, hopefully that's closer. So I'm gonna pack the color on, and I think I wanna do kind of a like winged out situation. So I applied that, and then I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and try to kind of diffuse the edges. That's the one thing about that Melt palette is they should have had like a lighter shade, at least one. And I'm actually gonna take kind of a smaller brush. This is the JH36. Still a blending brush, and I'm gonna just really try to blend the edges. So really just trying to diffuse this, and then you can go back if you need to, just to add a little bit of color, but spend your time or take your time. And just so I don't get out of control here, I'm gonna put some translucent powder right at that corner. Now I'm gonna go into Sour Diesel, and I'm gonna start applying this to the outer edge. First, just kind of stamping it on, and then I'm gonna blend it outwards into that V shape and then bring it in a little bit. So basically I'm just gonna keep blending, and then you can build a little bit more, but I'm just trying to really carefully blend so we keep that shape, but we also keep the depth, and then you can kind of bring it in a little bit right there. Okay, now I want to go into the shade Granddaddy, and I'm going to use the P. Louise brush. Just try to pick some up. It seems like it picks it up really nicely. These shades do feel a little bit chunky. I'm going to spray it. I'm actually going to apply quite a bit of translucent powder because I know I'm going to have fallout, and I just want to be able to wipe it away. So we're going to do about half of the lid here. Okay, so yeah, these are definitely really delicate, these shades, the shimmers. But they are beautiful. I'm not really having to put much effort in to get the really good payoff, but yeah, definitely fallout. My bulldog just doesn't give a shit. I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to work here. Now I'm like in this weird crossroads where I'm like, do I put this in the middle? Do I put this? I think I'm gonna go for the darker one And we're just gonna go there, people. All right, I'm going into Mean Green right here. And I'm gonna use this right in the center here. And I think I'm gonna keep it a little bit lower. Just to give me a little bit of a different color. Again, I really wish that they would have, like, if this palette had a light matte white, or not white, but cream, or even a lime green, and then a like medium brown, I think it would have been just more cohesive, easier to work with. And I feel bad that I had to use another shade, but honestly, I'm just not. I know a lot of makeup artists online can do looks with just deep shades, but I think the average consumer, and even just like, you know, YouTubers and stuff, it's just more difficult. So, okay, so that's what we have so far. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I think I want to go into Space Queen, which is right here. And I'm using the same Smith brush I was using before, and I just want to tie this all together. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe away this powder. Okay, so I just did a winged liner, and I wanted to try out this new Maybelline Snapscara. I am not really sure what the claims on this are. To me, it just looks like a regular mascara, but it has like kind of a weird packaging. I think it's supposed to be super easy to remove. So here's what the wand looks like. It looks like it's gonna give me some nice length, so we shall see. I am gonna apply falsies just because this is like a crazy look, but I wanted to try this and see. I feel like this is okay, but I'm not like, I don't know, losing it over it. Yeah, I'm okay with this, but I'm not like in love. But I'm pretty picky on mascara just because I have like little baby lashes. And I think I want to actually touch up the middle green shade. I feel like we've lost a little bit of it just because I was blending. So I'm going to take a small tiny brush and just wet it and really intensify that. These freaking greens are so pretty though. Green is like so in, which you would have never thought. Okay, so for lashes, I'm gonna go in with these Ardell 853 Faux Mink lashes. So I put my lashes on, and now I want to go in with this NYX Vivid Brights, what shade is this? Vivid Halo. This is like a yellow liner, and I want to carve out, and I'm nervous. I can't talk when I do this, so I'm just gonna do it and hope I don't mess it up. Okay, so I applied the liner and I did the best I could. We're just playing around with makeup, so I feel like I did okay, but I feel like some people are gonna hate it. It's okay. So I just contoured with my Dior contour palette, and then I wanna go in and bronze with this Butter Bronzer in Deep Bronze. I just picked this up from Ulta, and I wanted to try it. I've seen a lot of people rave about it, so I'm just going to bronze up the skin. I've used the Butter Bronzers, but not this shade in particular, and I felt like the bronzers that I've used from them, I really liked them, but they were light, so when I have a tan, this would be a good shade for me. So for blush, I'm gonna go into Dollface by Tarte. So before we get into highlighter, I want to finish the lower lash line, and I'm going to go into, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I think I want to go into the shade Space Queen right here. So I applied that really closely to the lash line, and then I'm going to go over it. And then to blend that out, I'm gonna go back into Basic from the Be Perfect Cosmetics palette, just because I feel like I need a little bit of something lighter. For the inner rim, I'm gonna go in with this LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner in Screamin', just to tie in this yellow. And then just to take it a step further, I'm gonna go into Blue Dream right here and put it on my inner corner. Woo! That is gorgeous. I want to make sure I'm not getting it where I don't want it. This look I feel like is crazy, but that's what it's all about, people. We're trying to do different stuff, play around with makeup. So I'm taking this mascara and I'm just blending everything together. Now that I'm looking at this, I think I want to take a little bit of Mean Green and I just want to blend over here just to like make it cohesive. Just like the tiniest little bit. Okay, for the highlight palette, I'm excited. This one has kind of like a green, like iridescent right here called Made It. So I'm gonna try that one. So it looks like it picked up really nicely on the brush. So I'm not really seeing that green. This is really just icy. Actually, I'm gonna go into OTT. This is supposed to be like the topper shade. This is like really, I don't know if I'm loving the tone of it. It's just a little bit like icy. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the OTT. I'm also gonna apply some up here just to tie it in. For lips, I'm going to use this Timber lip pencil from Bodyography. This came in my BoxyCharm. So this feels a little bit dry to me because it's just like a sharp pencil. So I'm not really sure about that. We'll have to see how it works or how it stays. It's a little bit not as emollient as I like. For lipstick, I feel like because the eyes are so busy, I need to go in with a nude, and I'm thinking I'm gonna try Can't Relate. This is the Holiday Jeffree Star color. And then I feel like it's a little bit deep with this eye, so I'm gonna go in with Peachy Peter from the MAC collection. And I really just want to lighten it up a tad. So last up, I'm going to go into this Strike Gold Tartist Lip Paint. This is a glittery topper. I'm a glittery topper lover. This is very sheer. Alright guys, so here is the finished makeup look, and I have to say that I love it. It's creative and different. And really there wasn't anything that I hated. I'm going to tell you my thoughts starting off with the Smoke Sessions palette. I really like this. I think the colors are just so inspiring. You can do some crazy looks. Just the green smoked out with this beautiful kind of aqua inner corner. Absolutely recommend this. I really like want to play with it some more, and I just think even if you use some neutrals on your crease and then you pop one of these shades on the lid, it's gorgeous. So really standout product for me. Really like the Thrive Cosmetics powder, and so far the CC cream looks good. Like looking at it, I don't think that it's going to be something that's going to last for 12 hours. I think this is going to be something that maybe is like a 4 or 5 hour wear and then you have to touch up. But for every day, it feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's going to slide off, and it doesn't feel dry. So really like this so far. And this is really smoothing. So these two together play nicely. I am totally impressed with those. So I'll keep you updated on that. The Pretty Vulgar powder set the rest of my face beautifully as well. Again, I'm going to have to play with this some more and test it out under the eyes and see if I approve. But the Thrive Cosmetics one was really nice. The P. Louise base is amazing. I like that I have a shade that matches me more so now than the 0.5 was more of like a white. So I really like this. The mascara, I didn't really notice anything with it, but again, I only have a handful of favorite mascaras you'll see in my favorite products of the year. So really like whatever, it's a mascara. Really like the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. It's a little bit more pink than I had anticipated. I thought it was going to be more peachy, but nonetheless, it's very pretty. I like the Dior contour palette. Oh, also really like the brush that comes with the P. Louise. So if you're gonna get the P. Louise, I would get the set with the brush and then choose your shade. It's bigger, but it covers more surface area, so it's faster and it's precise. When you get it wet especially, it gets precise. So I'm gonna have to try it out with more cut creases, but really like this too. The butter bronzer is nice. I feel like I finally got a shade that works for me. I feel like I look quite tan, so I'm totally into that. And then the LA Girl eyeliner was a little bit hard to work with. I had to kind of warm it up on my hand a couple times and really work to get it in the waterline. I do wish it was a little bit creamier, but then maybe it wouldn't last as long. So this is, you know, it serves a purpose, but it wasn't as creamy as I would have liked. And then lastly, this Be Perfect Cosmetics palette, I'm iffy on. So I'm gonna have to play with it some more. The light shades are just really powdery until you really blend them into the skin. I feel like this is one that you need to use a wet brush. You really need to buff. It's a little bit icy for my taste, so I feel like you either are gonna go for the really bronzy colors, which are a little bit deep for me, or you're gonna go for those icy shades. So I don't dislike it. The more I look at my makeup, I feel like it looks really beautiful and highlighted, but have to play with this some more. I'll keep you guys updated, but definitely not hating it. So that is everything for this trying new makeup video. I hope that I tried some products and really showed you what they can do, and even if you're not a fan of how crazy this look is, I think it's beautiful, something different, and just wanting to play around with makeup. I feel like I get in a rut and it's kind of hard to like do different techniques all the time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below what products stood out to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.